I want to share what we've accomplished in the House during that same time. We passed the For the People Act, we passed the Equality Act, and we passed the DREAM Act.
In half. And we're just getting started. More help is on the way. So on this day, we also remember our mothers, some who are not with us, who continue to be an inspiration to us.
Folks, I've been receiving a lot of questions asking me if I should file a tax return to receive an extra stimulus payment from the IRS. When will lawmakers add a fourth stimulus check to Joe Biden's infrastructure bill? The good news, guys, is that I'll be answering all of those questions in this video, so you do not want to miss out on this very important stimulus update. And before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends and family. So the SSA just issued an announcement urging Social Security and other federal program beneficiaries to file for the recovery rebate credit if they missed out on the first $1,200 or second $600 checks. If you haven't received your first or second stimulus payment yet, don't forget to file a tax return, everybody. It's going to make it a whole lot easier for you to receive stimulus money. And filing a tax return not only helps the government assess whether additional stimulus money is due to you, it can also determine whether you may be eligible for additional tax credits, such as the Earned Income Tax Credit. In addition, folks, a recovery rebate credit has been added to this year's return in order to let Americans claim any missing funds from the first two stimulus checks. The Social Security Administration has said once your return is processed, that will prompt the IRS to send out those payments. As the tax agency processes tax returns, it is also sending out the new $1,400 stimulus checks to anyone that has not received one yet. Now, when will lawmakers finally pass another round of stimulus payments? Many Americans are waiting for the Biden administration to include a fourth stimulus payment into the new infrastructure bill. And top economists say a fourth round of stimulus money is definitely possible. Well, folks, Democratic lawmakers and President Biden may use the budget reconciliation process once again this year to pass another big bill through Congress without any Republican support. Now, it's not clear whether the White House plans to use the budget reconciliation again for the new infrastructure bill. Recently, the Senate parliamentarian determined that Democrats will be able to do a third budget reconciliation this year. And it's a massive development and gives Democrats more room to pass legislation without the help from Republicans. But what are your thoughts on this, everybody? Should the Biden administration and the Democrats pass a fourth stimulus bill without Republican support? Or do you think that there should be some type of bipartisan work in Congress? Let me know in the comments. Alright, everybody, Democrats had the ability to do two budget reconciliation bills, one focused on fiscal year 2021 and the next year of 2022. Unlike most bills, budget measures can pass with 51 votes instead of 60. A spokesperson for Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said in a statement, "The parliamentarian has advised that a revised budget resolution may contain budget reconciliation instructions. This confirms the leader's interpretation of the Budget Act and allows Democrats additional tools to improve the lives of Americans if Republican obstruction continues." So, lawmakers in Congress can definitely include a fourth stimulus check into the next bill. And Biden's Build Back Better plan includes last month's American Rescue Plan, along with the American Jobs Plan and the American Families Plan. Overall, this could cost around $4 trillion. The $2 trillion American Jobs Plan is supposed to rebuild the nation's infrastructure, support electric vehicles, and clean energy. To fund the infrastructure plan, the White House has proposed boosting the corporate tax rate from 21% to 28%. President Joe Biden, everybody, is calling on Congress to raise taxes on wealthy Americans. And this will double the capital gains tax to 39.6% for people earning more than $1 million a year. What do you think about President Biden, everybody, in his work on the fourth round of stimulus? Roughly 2/3 of Americans, everybody, said that the latest round of stimulus money is not going to last them 3 months. And that is why Democratic lawmakers are also pushing President Biden to extend other stimulus measures, including the duration of unemployment benefits. Job growth has been growing, but slowly. Top economists say that it may take several years for the labor market to heal. So far, the economy has recouped 13.9 million, or 62% of the jobs lost in the crisis. Economists say the housing instability and food insecurity remain financial issues for many Americans. Another round of stimulus payments could lift an additional 6.6 to 7.3 million people out of poverty, depending on whether the payment is restricted to citizens or made available to everybody. Folks, I just hope our president sends out another round of stimulus checks. He must also increase the Social Security benefits by $200 a month.
So, I hope you all will join me in agreeing that Hoboken needs more fudge. It is a simple truth that we all have to proclaim. Look, this is an exciting day. I am so happy, number one, to see my dear friend, secretary now, Marcia Fudge, here in the great state of New Jersey on one of her first trips as a secretary. I think this is your first trip. Number one trip, top trip, first trip to New Jersey, to Hoboken. I am so grateful for you. You have no idea how much I am celebrating, because I've worked side by side with her when she was head of one of the caucuses I'm proud to be a part of, the Congressional Black Caucus. I'm so proud that she is where she is, because she, like me, is a former mayor and knows how difficult the work is at the grassroots level. And I am excited for her to be there because she is such a visionary and a get things done. So please understand, this is her first trip, and she is here in New Jersey, and she is making a commitment to be, I believe, one of the greatest secretaries of HUD we have ever seen in the United States of America. Give her one more round of applause. All right, so I want to get away from this microphone so we can get to the business, but I just want to say this. There's an old saying from the Bible, weeping may endure through the night, but joy cometh in the morning. We know what we have seen in the past with Hurricane Sandy. We know the weeping and the pain and the hurt and the loss. The leadership that came together afterwards and said that we must do something different. It's not going to be sexy. It's not going to be making headlines. But we are going to come together to make sure that we are proactive, so that we make sure there are brighter days ahead, so that we make sure as the planet changes that Hoboken is ready. That was literally one of the first meetings I had as your United States Senator. I got elected after Hurricane Sandy at the end of 2013, and in my office was the mayor of Hoboken. Dawn was there with a vision for the future. And she understood that democracy is not an individual sport, it's a team sport. And allies started coming together from state legislators, city council people, local mayors. Everybody said that we can make New Jersey, from the ashes, from the pain, from the hurt, we can make a national model of strength, of recovery, of resiliency, that we can turn a pain into purpose, a trial into a triumph, that we can overcome. Today has been years and years in the making. It is one of the more exciting things that's happening in our state to show